So how are you doing, and how is this exercise doing with the eyes? What did you discover about your eyes, the feelings?
I had like a bit of a block, but I think it was from the artificial light, really sensitive to it. But I found the rotations quite nice.
In the morning?
In the morning, yeah. I kind of got to like this kind of section and I kind of would stop because of the light. I felt like it was pretty slow. Maybe that was just encouraging to it.
Right. Any medical history, any operations, injuries?
Broken both wrists.
Broken bone? If you could speak out a little bit.
Yeah, broken both wrists, and that's it.
And you shared your story in the opening circles, okay? Somehow I feel like to bring it. You shared that story with your son. Tell me that story. Very much. What would you like to work with? What's your intention?
I feel like what keeps coming up is the energy seems to be free here, and then it gets to this section, and it seems to be blocked. And I feel like that's from communication to people as well. I feel like a nervousness around that. And in the last exercise, the joy and the grief were very much together for me. So I feel like there's some like hesitation, and that seems to be that scared to find joy from also finding grief, which I think is linked from my journey.
Fear of finding joy.
Yeah. To that also holds grief.
To hold the grief.
I feel like they're two quite attached.
All right. And so you simply feel this energy here, and it comes up, and then the communication, and it makes you nervousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel it now? Do you feel this nervousness now?
A little bit.
Yeah. Where is it in the body? How do you express it? How do you experience it?
There's like a tightness around here, and a little bit here from it. It feels like it wants to express, but it's not.
So it's here, and it's here wants to be expressed. Okay. All right. And if I may ask you to find the research now, how do you feel in your body? Where do you sense place of connection?
Here.
So plexus, down the sternum.
Yeah, just below the sternum.
Well, how does it feel here? What do you sense?
Balanced.
Balanced.
Yeah, I think that this is my source of balance in my ground.
All right, that's great. Powerful. For most men, this place is place of tension, greatest resource. It's not a place of power for men, power, vulnerability. Nice resource. Good. So in the session, I will invite you to go with deep connected breathing with the open mouth. There's no gap between inhalation and exhalation, so now we might. And you continue this breath, and then I will guide you to if any sound comes, or emotions, or movement, or feelings, feel free to explore anything that comes in this session. Yeah? Anything else needs to be said before we start? All right. Let's experience it. Would you like to start sitting, laying down, standing? How your body wants to start?
Maybe lying down?
Lie down. So I invite you to. Take it off the pillow. Let's turn off the pillow. Yeah, that's good. Okay. let's start with taking deep, connected breath. So if you look into the structure of the thoracic segment, you can notice. Anybody can notice. Next area. How the breath flows. Yeah, the first thing that comes to me is very strong chest, the pectoralis muscle. So this area is somehow like you can see diaphragm moving first, opens the lower belly. So some of this is also his research. There's probably a place where it's open, the tissue, the muscles, easy flow, and it lifts first. And then there's a wave. And then somehow the top of the lungs and pectoralis are somewhat interrupted. And that's what he also mentioned. The energy comes out here and difficulty here to express. So the top of the chest, the shoulders, and the throat. There's an area of holding, we would say, in BBTRS. And what we look into deep connected breath is how we can find the thoracic segment moves like three-dimensional ball, it expands up and down, back and front and side at the same time. How we can find this fluidity in the body. You do notice this? From the sternum also. How are you doing, Luis?
I feel pretty calm. Noticing what you said.
And how you reflect before I said.
Yeah, it feels tight from this sort of section upwards, yeah.
With the resource, with the solar plexus. And in this first session we will do an eye movement. An eye movement is designed to bring the person to a higher state of alertness. And this usually brings a lot of feelings. When somebody trapped down, the eyes this way, it can trigger some feelings. And then the idea of this is that in this state of higher awareness, when somebody is following the God, you uncoupling the immobility with the emotion that comes with the resource, with the solar plexus in this case, because that's his resource. And finding a way when he can be in the feelings and be connected to the body, because this will trigger some feeling states. So those of you who know EMDR, I'm moving the sensation, the processing. This is exactly part of it. I can talk about it a little bit more later, after the session, because I don't want to lose it now. But the idea is that you open eyes whenever you're ready, release, and first you measure what is the top and down, where you lose me. You measure also, you keep the head straight, good, just eyes moving. And you measure where is this maximum, also down and up. And then you start following, start connecting with your resource, breathing. And you move in unpredictable ways. Sometimes a bit faster, sometimes a bit slower. Don't go too fast so you can follow, because you can follow. And all the time stay with the body, stay with your solar plexus. And you notice if there is a place, you already mentioned this left top in the morning meditation, he's skipping this area. Go there for a moment, this can bring something to work with. He's staying present with me, it's not over, so keep going. Some people after 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you might need to finish. If it's going to overwhelm, you might just usually stay maybe 1 minute with it. If it's too much, you slow down, you close eyes, and you keep coming back to the body. And you can contain, you can separate it. And you close your eyes for a moment. And after this, you do some body work on the around eyes. Make sure you use the fingers so you don't make your face warrior paint. And for a moment, slow down the breath, check what's present. Let's go with deeper breath again. Open your eyes. We go into the second round. Stay with the solar plexus. Good. Deeper breath, deeper breath. That's good. Stay. And then close your eyes, close your eyes. feel my mouth relax. This is a bit sucking with air. If you relax your mouth, you can relax into the breath, into the throat. Yes. You hear the difference when you relax the jaw, and the breath flows. And then slow down for a moment. Slow down. What's present for you, Luis, now?
Feelings of tightness and sadness here.
Sadness in the chest. You did sadness in your voice now. I want to express what you would say or do. What would the expression of this sadness now?
Feels like loneliness.
Just go into this feeling of sadness, loneliness. Do you remember first time when you felt it?
Yeah, the first time I felt it is in the hospital. It was a feeling of no longer being a family, and then no longer being connected, and being myself again, just myself.
So you were in the hospital and you were feeling like you don't belong anymore to the family and you can't be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we weren't a family. Yeah.
Breathe into these feelings. Can you notice any connection of this experience and your intention, what you shared about that expressing and the tension in the chest and throat?
It's like I need to speak in order to connect again.
Why don't you speak now? Just go and speak now. Whatever comes from the inside, that I need to speak to own it.
I feel like the words don't come as easy as they used to, and there's a fear about connecting with people on a deeper level because then they will see this and you'll feel this. And then to withdraw is the safest option, and to make a small statement of connection is very easy, but to actually laugh, to actually enjoy connection is what's missing.
Mm. Go back to deeper breath. It's pretty full breath. Mm.
Feels like a harness.
How is it in your solar plexus now? This sensation there?
Like a flutter.
Mm. Slow down for a moment. Come back to your belly, your solar plexus. And check what is present there. So from this space, may I ask you about something? From this space, how would you like to bring in your life what you shared about your intention, more intimacy, more joy, more playfulness, the qualities that you shared are missing? How would you bring that in your life?
I would bring it into my life with no inhibition to speak and to share and to contribute.
No inhibition to speak, to share, to contribute. Wonderful. So breathe into this space. no inhibition. Yeah, that's good. And it's feeling the body has it to be in the space of no inhibition, where you can freely share, contribute, connect.
Feels light. Feels very light.
Very lighter. Breathing this lightness in the shoulders, in the chest, in the throat. Any movement comes from this space without, yeah. Okay. It looks like you're flying like a bird with this movement. And if you notice now how the breath moves, it's different, it's more as a unit, like expanding fluidly. Something open here, there's no more interruption, it just opens fully. What is the final phrase or insight for your attention?
Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of sound.
Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of sound. Good. Okay, we slowly write it down. Or anything else instead. Yeah. Alright, so slow down the breath. Start breathing through the nose, if possible. Just going into the rest. Just relaxing fully into the breath. So while in the music, you guys have any questions about the flow? Anything was unclear? Yeah?
So in all the other trainings that I've done, we always use lateral eye movements. Is there a difference between lateral eye movements and
Yeah.
just moving everywhere, or is it kind of similar?
We used to do like what I've done now. Then we had a moment where we went just with the lateral movement, which is just EMDR.
Yeah.
And EMDR is triggering more lateral movement of the eyes. What it does to the brain is stimulating the brain, thinking you're in forward confrontation. So when you walk and when you run, your eyes are doing this, either you're aware of it, because they're checking the environment. With only lateral movement, it will switch off the amygdala at the threat center, and the idea is to bring higher alertness so the person thinks like they are walking or running, and that is triggering, and that is triggering also some feelings. And then you, like what I said, you're encountering disassociation, the freeze from that feeling with the movement that I've done that is all around. It goes in the space where it's kind of more triggering. So you can do both. If you have somebody who can very easily disassociate to only natural movement, left and right, because this will be much more challenging, the goal more of the race. With Louis, I was feeling that he needs a little bit more stimulation somehow to go into the charge. So for people like this, that you need to get more stimulation, do that movement. So you can choose. One much more safer is just lateral movement, EMDR. And then this is more stimulating. It can bring much more quicker some feelings, maybe fear or anger.
Can I add something?
Hmm?
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes I've seen this this movement for activation done in exchanges where people just do it mechanically. You go like in a mechanical game and you move your hand like this. Like anything else that you do in this modality, if you're not embodied yourself in what you want to offer with this exercise to the person, if you're not also connecting to the person to see how they feel while you're doing that, then it's not gonna work in the way that you want it to work. So also in the movement, like also be embodied yourself, feel yourself, and maybe start slow, see what the reaction is, maybe then go faster, check the resource, there's no activation, they maybe zigzag a little bit. The speed and all these things, it don't matter as much as you being embodied where you're doing with an intention. I want to help this person connect to their emotions. So then you do it in a particular way. Don't just do it mechanically because then it doesn't connect between the two people.
I have a question.
Yes.
What often happens in a session when using this movement, people are like, falling asleep, like hypnotic state, and stop breathing and saying like, I can't do both together, like keep breathing and following, and it's like, so it's pretty like every second case, how to work better in the situation with this.
Yeah, for some people we go into disassociation very quickly with this particular exercise. Then do it, they check out and they bring them back again. They will go into sleep or they close their eyes and you ask them either verbally, please come back, and you ask to do it one more round, or leave them for a moment with the resource. It's kind of, you need to keep on bringing them back, and then slowly they build that resilience of presence. It sometimes takes longer time for somebody who is very disassociated pattern to stay present in this exercise for a long time. Just don't get upset or anything, let them disassociate and bring back and forth. And they will be able to connect with the feelings. What are the feelings when it comes to this association? Is it familiar that you're doing in your life, in relationship with other people? How that defense mechanism affect your life? To bring it somehow to something quiet with a few questions, if possible. And anything else you want to ask?
Yeah, so do we also use circular movement in the molecular side and in the online training, but also we use the circular movement with the eyes? So how is it different from like this or this?
You can do also circular movement. In online we did circular movement because it's much easier to follow. In online it's a bit difficult to introduce this. It will be much less stimulating, circular movement. And it has different purpose because the circular movement is predictable. You will follow it. It's more the circular movement will be unmooring the attention in the eyes. This will be the main purpose. Where this purpose of this is bringing emotions, stimulating some feelings, more than just unmooring the muscles. Because in that moment you can predict and the body can go into different states. And again, try to notice where the eyes are skipping over and go to those places. If the person, of course, is resourced and stay in the body. So when the expression comes, it's embodied. Do you want to share anything from your experience?
Yeah, it was subtle, but it was quite a lot changed throughout that session. As soon as I could move my arms, I felt like free, and then afterwards I was breathing very differently as well. I still feel quite emotional. Definitely into that.